Mia's Muffins, Recruitment and Selection Plan by Jose Rodriguez. Mia's Muffins. Mia's Muffin was founded by Mia Minchip in 2011. As of 2017, there are 15 bakeries serving 5 states. Each bakery employs 10 to 12 employees. Due to a recent discrimination claim and growth, Mia has hired myself, Jose Rodriguez, as HR manager to oversee all HR practitioners. Project plan. Job descriptions, job design, then we're going to develop, then we're going to test, then we're going to implement, and this is how we're going to achieve the overall selection process. Recruitment and selection plan. Recommendation for a selection process for the 15 bakeries in 5 different states. Job analysis and description for the bakeries. Reasons to implement. Legal implications to avoiding discrimination claims. The importance of validity test in the bakery. Recommendations for scoring system. Job analysis and job description. What is job analysis? Job analysis is defined as the collection of data on job-oriented behaviors, worker-oriented behaviors, behaviors involved in interactions with machines, materials, and tools, methods of evaluating performances, job context, and personnel requirements. Goal is for Mia to maximize efficiency and growth of the bakeries. In summarizing the findings of job analysis, the job description will be created. Establish legality in the selection and recruitment process for Mia's bakeries to prevent employee lawsuits. Job descriptions for Mia Bakery will include job title, job activities and procedures, working conditions, and physical environment, the social environment and the conditions of the environment. Well-defined roles with specific and observable characteristics. Recruitment. How are we going to recruit? Well, we're going to recruit both internally and externally. Internally, we're going to match employees' knowledge, skills, ability, and other characteristics, otherwise known as KSAOs, to the bakery's needs. Recruiting within the bakery as opposed to bringing in new employees. Integrate recruitment with employee trainings and development programs. For the external, includes goals for potential employee attractions, goals for speed and time. Concentrate efforts on potential employees who will contribute the most to the bakery. Target recruitment to be used to identify qualified labor market with specific KSAOs to fill the bakery's customer service position. Recruitment message. Recruitment message, target message. Target message is a natural complement to a target message. One that focuses on the unique preferences of specific segments of the potential applicant pool. Focus of specific potential front counter employees, employees with common interests and values as those of the bakeries with previous experience in customer service. So, how are we going to go about the recruitment? Well, there's 2 sources we're going to use: online and in-store. Under online, we're going to use LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and the bakery's website. The advantage to this is attracting lower costs, easy and quick to post ads, faster to respond, greater quality, wider range of applicants. For the in-store, we're going to post a help wanted sign. We're going to put flyers by the register and applications on the front counter. Advantage to this is the costs are minimal. We target walk-in and we appeal those applicants that share the same values and tastes as those of the bakery. Selection predictors. What are selection predictors? Selection predictors are used to make fine distinction among applicants. The purpose of their use is somewhat more involved than that of initial assessment methods. Well, what are some examples? Well, some examples are personality tests, ability tests, emotional intelligence tests, performance tests, and work samples, interest and values tests. Also, structured interviews. So a structured interview is an interview that has a set of predefined questions, and the questions would be asked in the same order to all respondents. They're conducted like oral surveys. They're stronger for legal defense than an unstructured interview process. And this protects the employers from employee accusations of breaking workforce laws. Testing required for validation. Validity tests. The purpose of this test is to examine the correlation and coefficients. For Mia's Bakery, the test will be used to determine validity between the interview scores and performance rating. As per previous analyzed data, the results are as follows. The correlation coefficient for the p-value is 0.025 and the r-value is 0.40. The data presented by Mia's Bakery shows that the correlation is significant because the results of the test are 0.205, which is less than 0.05. So there's a direct correlation between interview scores and performance. Testing is required for compliance with the Uniform Guidelines of Employee Selection Process, otherwise known as UGESP, Uniform Standards for Employees for the use of selection procedures and to address adverse impact, validation, and record-keeping requirements. Scoring systems. Cutoff scores such as a selection predictor. Cutoff score is the minimum score a candidate must have to qualify for a position. Set the cutoff scores higher than minimal levels of proficiency. Candidates scoring below the higher cutoff point will have little or no chance of being selected. Ensure best and most qualified candidates is considered on the level of performance. Understand the pool of applicants, labor market conditions, and positions to be staffed as factors influence the level of competence of where to set the cutoff score. Address the pool of applicants to define number of times tests can be taken to avoid unfair and irregular results in scoring. Consider number of potential employees, large pool of applicants. Help weed out those lacking the KSAOs needed for the position. Conclusion. Growth and a discrimination claim for an applicant prompted her decision, Mia, to hire myself as the HR manager. The previous slides have outlined how I, as a new HR resource manager, plan on addressing staffing concerns. All of this will ensure the success for Mia's recruitment and selection plan. We will distribute and implement the plan of action with each HR practitioner in all 15 bakeries. References are as follows. Thank you very much for your time.